All right, welcome back to Crypto Learning Community. Man, quite a capitulation, right? Here we are. Here we are. We've come a long way from when I was calling the bear divs here to bull divs here now. We have a lot to talk about. Altcoin season, huge confirmations on their way, right? Bitcoin coming down to its levels. Decision making time is now, right? So let's go over all those things right now. I have a lot. I'm going to cover altcoins, which ones are about to pump. We're going to go over dominance. We're going to go over Bitcoin pairs, and we're also going to go over Bitcoin itself. So lots of goodies to look at. Let's get into it. Right off the bat, we have deviated from this range, right? Rejected off our POC and have come down. And the daily time frame, we do have potential bullish divergences. No green dot, but it's going to give us a bounce. Personal opinion, I think we could come down more, but who knows? Maybe we'll come back, take some liquidity, right? Weekly, we have still very steep. I think we could. It's not really curving, right? More indication to potentially having more, a little more sell. Alright. Lots of volume moving, so it's nice. We do have our previous range over here. This is what I'm going to be watching for, this level. So about 70,000. And we also have the point of the Fibonacci point of control, 0.618 and 6.5 levels of this range here, and that lies at 72,500 to 70k. So I've drawn in here a POI, and we also have down here, even lower, a naked point of control, along with the 786, 816 in the volume area low of the range. So in case we do end up coming lower, those are just areas to watch. We do have a high volume node in here, as well as some liquidity, like so. So you can watch what might happen there. Alright, next I want to line this up and keep things fluid by looking at Bookmap. So as we can see here on Bookmap, we have, actually we've already taken out and reduced about 10 billion in shorts, but that's still about 15 billion in the negative on the delta, or in the red. So as you can see here, completely ran through that previous liquidity and have moved into a lower range of liquidity. So it's a good spot to get a bounce. What worries me is these ladder orders. Okay, I've talked about this a lot. When you see these types of limit orders, they are a huge magnet for price. So right now we've had a huge capitulation. We're coming up and fulfilling liquidity and orders before we can make that move down. So you might have a chance to breathe. You might have a bounce here, but dangerous to trade, if you ask me. The real moves on the altcoins, and we're going to get to those. But keep in mind that these liquidity, these limit orders at 70,000 to 69,500, that's confluence. Okay, that's confluence for our POC. A lot of people are watching 72,000 as well. So as far as Bitcoin and mind games go, just be careful. Watch for a break of structure, right? Because even right now, if we go down to the hourly time frame, we don't have a proper break of structure. Okay, none of this is pretty, even on the hourly. Go to the 15-minute. So 15-minute, this would have been protected, and it would have been this low that actually put a candle close, because these just wicked it. But even then, it's just a liquidity grab of here, and you don't have body closes above this area. I think we're going to rotate down because it's also a very ugly low too. If anything, we've put in a really good local high, a retest of the volume area low. That's a good spot to look for a short, right? We left the range, right? Because range theory, we broke out of the range very intensely, and we've come back to retest it. So, let's go ahead and look at dominance real quick. Dominance really looks like it's peaks, right? Look at it on the 4-hour and the daily as well. Got a red dot and a nice high. And daily is just an intense wick. Still 6.5 hours to close, but that doesn't look pretty. So we could start seeing money flowing back into altcoins, and that could be a cascade because now we're gonna go take a look at the altcoins, right? So I gave you these 10 altcoins that are we're all printing weekly bullish divergences, right? So you confirmed weekly bullish divergence, but then we ended up immediately printing a red dot. Some shady stuff going on. And at least for Filecoin, you can't really get another weekly bull diff, but what you can get and what looks really good on the lower fractal are the daily bullish divergences. Okay, now there is still that weekly bull diff. Okay, yeah, we're doing red dot, green dot, but it's there, and that's momentum. What really looks nice is, and don't take this stuff for granted, is money flow bullish divergence. Let me use the right one. We have momentum waves primed. Look at this, right? These are bull divs. It looks really good with money flow. You have VWAP even curving, nice wick. This is potential reversal zones. These are really good trades, and a lot of them look just like this. Easy targets of liquidity, right? We have liquidity here. That'd be your target. And then I'd start targeting these highs. Right, we're at $2.50. These are great buying opportunities. E&J, another one I really like. It's printing a very similar thing. We have money flow and the potential for a bull div. We've had a nice wick for a low. If anything, we're going to get a bounce, is what I'm saying. But these could always be the swing positions that we try to catch. These are the ones that ride. These are your winners. Looks like we've come down and confirmed this green circle I was talking about in the previous video. We get this 3 drive down. E&J could be a very nice move. We're at 6.5 cents. You know, same liquidity target for a lot of these. 13 cents. That's a 2x just buying spot. Right? Shoot, come up to 25, or even start attacking these highs in this liquidity at 40 cents. Look at AVEX. AVEX, same story. We put in a lower low, but yet money flow isn't as low. Momentum wave isn't as low. Bullish divergence. Liquidity TP up here. We have the POC up there. Let's go ahead and update. We're at the volume area low of the range and getting a divergence there, right? Shoot, you should be targeting top of the range then. Even more beautiful. Look at that liquidity here into a nice FVG. That'd be a major target for me right there. Expand the range. I really like that. That's a 13 to 1. Let me properly. Yeah, 13 to 1. Let's go look at Adam. Adam's still looking good and strong. It's a little different than the others. It's a little different. We did have that weekly bull div. It was actually one of the first ones to print a weekly bull div, and it was one of the last ones to dump. Okay, so that was very interesting to watch. But weekly time frame, you can see we've been doing that. Lower lows, momentum waves. Money flow doesn't look horrible. Really be cool to see us cascade into this monthly bullish divergence. Man, it doesn't take much. But there's a couple of these that have monthly bull divs. Where's it at? Is it Raven? Loon C. Thought we had some others. I guess just Adam is the one looking most attractive there. Alright, so next up, Raven. Let's see, daily bull div with money flow. Yep, same story. I'm just gonna start running through these a little quicker. And also, you should be able to now decipher for yourself these liquidity targets from this bounce. Right, you have these lined up highs. Some here as well. Okay. Loon C, don't care for this project. And we never broke the low. But you do have potential green dot, bull div from this low, and money flow. GMT, I hear this is a good project. Money flow, daily bull divs, and liquidity TP. Moonbeam, right? Glimmer. I think it's called Moonbeam. Another good project. Money flow's been putting in higher lows. Momentum waves with the bull divs. Doesn't look as pretty. A little suspicious, this red dot and green dot. Let's see, optimism. Not as pretty, but there's something there. I think I'm done looking at the altcoins now. What I do want to look at is some of the Bitcoin pairs, then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Oh, KuCoin, whatever. So, getting a green dot right off on the daily. Ooh, let's go to the 4-hour. The ENJ is a lower volume coin. But it looks very clear these are your targets in there. Daily doesn't really have a BOS until up here. Let's look at bigger coins like Atom. Interesting, very interesting. So it's been trending up. This is what's protected on the daily. So still nothing there. This could either be good or bad, right? Following major market structure, it could be one of these kind of. That's just your lower high of the major trend. Meanwhile, you have your I guess it's something like that. We could take us up, right? The lower fractal eventually overruns, and it'll switch up your larger fractal. Let's look at good file Bitcoin. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, this is it. Yeah. Interesting with that wick there. I don't like that. Let's do AVAX. Not much has changed on AVAX. We are starting to see the money flowing now from Bitcoin and altcoins, though. Lower fractal, we do have a flip. That's confirmed right here. So that's nice. Basic reversal pattern, right? There it is. So to conclude things, we've looked at Bitcoin, we looked at altcoins. What is altcoin season, right? Altcoin season is when the altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't even need to, it doesn't need to pump. It can actually be going down, trending down. Meanwhile, altcoins can start to see moves to the upside. That is altcoin season. Okay. Now, that's why we looked at everything. Bitcoin has more reasons to come lower. Okay, but a lot of these altcoins are primed for a move up. This could be the flowing of money, the smart money stepping in, while Bitcoin becomes cheaper. Smart money's going to stack up on altcoins. It's going to push them up until eventually, you know, everything bottoms out, money shifts around, and we could start. Then we could start looking for 110,000 or other Bitcoin highs to be taken out. Then we could look for major altcoin highs to be taken out. So I really hope this video was helpful. I hope no one got too burned on this capitulation. I mean, these divergences don't play around, right? Just look at the weekly divergence with money flow. It's been coming out. Okay, signs were there. We've talked about them on this channel for a while, and I hope that y'all are able to make informed decisions on moving forward. It doesn't hurt to go spot. You don't have to catch futures trades on these kinds of things. So, alright, God bless and stay safe, y'all.